Hello and welcome, you guys. Come on in. I am going to talk about today what the current energies are, what's happening. So many of you have gotten a hold of me saying all hell is busted loose and what's going on, what's happening. Go grab your coffee. Come on back. I've got the paranormal flashlight set up there. And we'll see what's coming your way. All right. Yeah, we just came through a full moon energy, and it was a very, very intense full moon. Thank you, Spirit, on the light back there. I see you kind of trying to talk with me. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. I am always humbled when that light does work. That is just a mag light, my paranormal flashlight. All right. Yeah, that full moon was very intense. It triggered a lot of very insane behavior in a lot of people. A lot of people felt out of sorts. A lot of people felt argumentative. It triggered road rage. I saw a video of people locally duking it out over road rage. However, I want to give my hats off to those two guys that were doing it with their fists, and they didn't get any knives involved, no tire irons, no guns. They just kind of got out and started swinging. However, you don't know who does have a gun. So shut up and back down. If somebody is pushing your buttons, walk the other way. We are going to continue to experience some of this intense energy. Now, it's going to ease up a little bit, though. Not quite as intense as it was over the weekend. We have Pluto and Mercury out there spinning around, kind of creating some energy. Saturn and Venus is out there, and some of them work well together, some of them don't, just like people. And it is kind of, they really don't cause the energy, they foresee the energy. Those planets were put in there up there a long time ago by God's hand, and it is a way for us to kind of map out what's going to happen, what is coming, so that we could be prepared. He didn't just leave us down here willy-nilly to kind of fend for ourselves, okay? So the astrology is set. We also have, let's see, who else is coming in? We are also getting ready to go into a Pluto return. I believe it's Pluto. I didn't bring my notes in with me. And it is the same Pluto return we went through just after the Revolutionary War. Now, thank you, Spirit. You're acknowledging that. Thank you. The energy that we did go through was like, actually, with the Pluto return, was just like what they experienced during the Revolutionary War. And again, we're going through that. 249 years, I believe, yeah, 249 years, it will happen again. These cycles come and go on the planet. This isn't brand new. However, if we know about them and we watch ahead of time to what's going to happen, then we can kind of brace ourselves for it. Be prepared. So what happened just after the Revolutionary War? That's when they wrote the Declaration of Independence. They put the Constitution together. So we are reformulating our country right now. It is meant to happen. It has nothing to do with what side got in office and what side isn't. I don't want to talk politics. If you come onto my page over at Facebook and put anything political on there, thank you, Spirit, on the light, you're gone. I don't want you on my page, please. This last election has divided us so intensely. So many people afraid that because of the current administration eliminating the DEI, that a lot of you will be without work. without benefits. And that was only meant to say, look, if you are disabled, we want you in a disabled position where you can do that with your disability. Having somebody with a mental disability in an air traffic control tower, thank you, Spirit on the Light. Wow, that thing is working great. Somebody with a mental disability should not be working in air traffic control or anything important or dangerous. So you get why that administration kind of took that out. However, if you are good at what you do, you will get to keep your job. This administration has no problems with anybody's pronoun, anybody's choice. Okay? I want you to know that. And I see that from a psychic level. I'm not just telling you guys this because it's something that I heard. This is from a psychic level. If somebody is good at what they do, that's what this is about. To be judged on your merit and not because of your difference. Thank you, Spirit on the Light. Wow. So keep up doing the good work. Keep up doing what you have been doing. Keep up treating people nice. And we are in a time frame that a little bit of kindness will really go a long way. I did speak in an earlier video about some of the things that are going to happen for us and what's coming. There will be more water devastation. I mentioned it in one of those earlier videos. I don't remember which one, because I just kind of throw that stuff out. And we are going to continue to see more water devastation happening, not just in our country, but around the globe. We have flooding happening in places that we have never had flooding happen. However, with the new administration, let's see how fast help gets in there. Thank you, Spirit on the Light. I don't know if FEMA has been disassembled or not yet. They did not do any of the storm victims any justice at all. Literally taking generators away from them and literally taking them out of their little sheds that were warm and comfortable and making them go back into tents. So let's see what the new administration does for this new bunch of people that are going to be displaced because of storms. We are also going to see fire devastation again. It is a way that the big powers that be, the dark forces that want to control the world, it is a way that where some of us have seen land grabs happening in Maui and in California. People wanted that land. Somehow it magically burnt. What I see coming, though, is going to be more along the lines of farm animals. Beef cows, milk cows, chickens. Now, the big powers that are even out over our government, okay, the dark negative powers, and I can't mention any names. We'll call, I'll give one a camouflaged name of, thank you, Spirit, George Soros. He would like to control the amount of protein that we get. Many of you are starting to follow RFK Jr., and he is all about improving our health, improving our diet, getting rid of processed foods, especially things that have dangerous chemicals in them, dyes and preservatives. I actually have started making my own bread from scratch again, because on occasion I don't eat much bread. I'm on I live on a keto kind of diet. But once in a while I want a piece of bread, and I just want to know that it's going to be safe bread, so I make my own. And as more and more of us turn to healthier foods, healthier lifestyles, putting more protein in our diets, and I'm going to tell you, you guys all need more protein. I can just tell you all need more protein in your diet. We have been taught with the food pyramid that we grew up with that potatoes, rice, and pasta, and that kind of stuff was, that's what we're supposed to have more of. But if you look at a food pyramid, it actually is the equivalent to a bag of pig feed, hog food, food that is made and blended to put weight and fat on pigs. Now we're learning, and we know that we don't need all those carbohydrates. We don't need the flour. Oatmeal isn't even any good, really. It's not one of those things that I eat anymore. I used to love oatmeal. I was like you guys. We were told that was heart healthy. However, the study that was put on to tell us that oatmeal was heart healthy the study was paid for by one of the oat companies. Thank you, Spirit, on the light. Man, just validating things that I'm saying. So how accurate are those studies? That's why I stress to you guys, do your own research, look it up, check it out. So as we are learning more about good diets and nutrition, we are eliminating those fillers, the rices, and because there's not a lot of rice, there's no rice that is really good for you. Okay. It does have some of its benefits, but it doesn't have everything that we need. The grains are so depleted nowadays because of the soil they're grown in. And if they don't have a lot of natural magnesium and potassium and phosphates and all those things that go into the ground, they will chemically spray it on the product, and it's not as good. It's not good. But they tell us it's enriched. Yep. So more and more people are starting to add more protein into their diets in the form of beef specifically. We were taught that chicken was good for us, but without the skin. Well, guess what? Now we're finding out the skin and the fats on our animals are better for us than the seed oils that we use. The canola oil, the grape oil seeds, or grapeseed oil. Olive oil is still good, but you have to buy the best, the most premium olive oil for it to be any good. Most olive oils are processed and are bleached in order to get that color. A good, authentic Italian olive oil is almost dark green. Okay. We are finding out that beef and beef tallow, the fat, is safer to cook in than those oils. We are finding out that years ago, we were told that eggs weren't real good for us because of the cholesterol. Thank you again, Spirit. Guess what? The substance inside your brain that literally it is composed of is cholesterol. The gray matter of your brain is cholesterol. It has to have it. That's why so many people nowadays, that when they have high cholesterol and the doctors put them on statins and that type of thing, they eventually develop Alzheimer's. Can you see how that medicine would affect the brain now that you know the brain is made out of cholesterol? So You guys need to take your own health into your own hands. I'm telling you this as a psychic. I know this stuff to be true. It's just not what's current and on the market. Eggs happen to be a perfect protein. They have every amino acid in it. They have everything. It has everything in them that we need. So start consuming more eggs. Wow, then what happened, right? A couple of big chicken warehouses burnt last fall, last summer. They're trying to control our protein. So we are going to see more fires. All right. I'm going to do a brief reading here, tarot reading, just to see if I get any validating energies for what I just told you. Got a lot of validation back there with the light. I just have goosebumps today. I was gifted a new light and it didn't want to work. So I couldn't figure out why it didn't want to work, and it has an LED bulb in it. And I just switched around some of the parts from some of my old batteries or old flashlights, and I got enough of the old parts in the new light that I think Spirit can use it. So let's see what is going on here with the current state of affairs. All right. Eight of Wands. Eight always kind of refers to, could be a repeating cycle, and I just mentioned that took place, the same planetary cycles took place back in post-Revolutionary War time frame. So we are repeating that cycle. And this age is also telling us that there is a lot of work that is going to be required to move forward, to work on our healing and our advancement and gaining ground. We have the Three of Pentacles here. This card today is making me feel as though we need to be more selective with who we hang out with and what we're listening to from them. You need to be more selective about go to God first. Okay, listen to God first. Then come by and check on me. Somebody that you're listening to and somebody that's got a lot of input in your life is not giving you like the whole truth and nothing but the truth. They could be doing a little stir in the pot kind of behind the scenes. And a lot of you, this may be a work situation because the Pentacles kind of refer back to money, and it can be work. So my grandfather had an expression. My Italian grandfather that immigrated here illegally from Italy. They had to apply to get out of Italy. Thank you, Spirit. They had to apply to get out of Italy. They had to apply to get in the United States. They came through Ellis Island. They raised their hand on a Bible and took an oath to be loyal to this country. And I don't know where I was going with that. Now I got on a little tangent there. Where was I going with that? Maybe it'll come back to me. Spirit, help me out. I pulled 6 cards, and out of 6 of them, 4 of them are major arcana. And anytime you get that many major arcana, it is definitely something to pay attention to. That Spirit is wanting to speak a little more loudly about those things. This situation with the money and with work, just be selective of who you listen to. We have 2 angels on the table too. Wow. We have the Archangel Gabriel in the Judgment card. Please do not be fast to judge anybody else. Some of us older folks, sometimes we have a preconceived notion about how somebody should behave. And this is a different world. There are people out there with purple hair and piercings And so we can obviously take a kind of, sometimes we get defensive because we don't know. And I'm not saying me, because I used to own a tattoo shop and I used to do those piercings. But this is the Gabriel and his trumpet, and it is talking about giving somebody a second chance. Maybe because they're different. Give them a second chance. Listen to their side. See things from their perspective. Don't just write them off. I was one of those kind of hippie kids in my day and age, and I literally, I didn't have the purple hair, but I remember standing out with my differences in school. My clothes, my dress, my fashion statement. Also, Gabriel is holding that red cross. We are going to see some more improvements coming along in the medical field. Now that there is a big attack on Big Pharma and how they have controlled the globe, and in pushing medications and wanting us weak and helping control the protein, you're going to find out, though, that we're going to have some improvements now. We may in the next year see not exactly a cure for cancer, because there's so many types of cancer. So when you hear a prophet or somebody say, oh, we're going to have a cure for cancer, what kind? They're different. They affect different organs. They have different, cells have different qualities about them. So we're going to see some improvements that way. Now, the other angel we got is the archangel, I do believe. Hang on. Which angel is this? I think it's Michael. Why can't I think of it right now? I'm not sure. But the fact that he's pouring those two cups back and forth, it is, this card with the Temperance card is about moderation in everything. If you have a lot of processed foods in your house, hamburger helper, stovetop stuffing, boxed macaroni and cheese, it is okay to still eat some of that once in a while. Don't make a regular diet of it. Try and prepare your foods ahead of time. But he's taught it also showing abundance here, that we are going to begin to pull into our lives. We are going to have some improvements coming in a lot of different venues and a lot of different avenues. I'm going to have to look that up. I didn't bring my phone in, didn't bring my notes in. We have the Star card. And that again is about healing, major healing. We have a lot of healing we need to do, not just on a personal level, but on the level of the whole country. We need to come together. The division, and that's kind of what this card depicts with the two different cups. The division that has come in our country because of the two political parties and the last election is something that God and Jesus does not want us to. You call yourself a Christian and you hate the other party. All right. What's wrong with that picture? And that star is to say there is only one guiding light, one guiding star, and that's Jesus. Go to Jesus first. And last but not least, we have the Ace of Cups. Look, abundance. You've heard me talk about this card before. Abundance, love, coming together, reaching your hand out to help others. Now, before things do get better, they are going to get little bit financially. They're going to get a little tighter for some of us. Reach your hand out, donate a little more. A lot of little towns have those blessing boxes. If you're getting rid of some of the processed foods in your cupboard, put them in a blessing box because it still is survival food. I have processed food. Thank you, Spirit. I have processed food on my shelf for emergency, survival food. All right, grabbing another deck here. See if we can get any more validating cards. I am amazed at that light today. Spirit, can you turn it clear off? I know you don't like being tested. Thank you. I see that happen a lot of times with mediums, especially trans mediums, and asking Spirit for signs, especially they create a seance and they're asking them to do parlor tricks. And a lot of times Spirit absolutely does not like to be tested. All right, can I get a couple more jumpers here, please? One more. All right. We have the Three of Swords. This is the heartbreak that a lot of people are experiencing because so many families have divided. Three of Swords, you've often heard me say, too many players on the field, and that usually is in reference to an affair. Too many players on the field in the political arena right now, and we are going to see some of them go away. Some of the dirty ones, some of the bad ones are going to go away, and we are going to see that. This is also about some disappointment that you may have experienced over the weekend, over the Leo full moon. Thank you, Spirit. We have the Nine of Swords. A lot of you are worried about what the future is going to bring. And worry only brings about more worry. Let it go. Give it to God and let it go. However, that 9 is saying that's the tail end of it. We're going to be able to wrap it up and walk away from it. We're stepping into a new era. We have all been put on this planet in this time frame so we could experience what is happening. This is a historic time. Kind of glad I chose it. We have the Page of Pentacles. Yep, and he's just saying that, look, things are going to turn around. I just mentioned the finance. Things are going to turn around financially. Not right away. He's just a page. He's coming in to say it's coming. Okay, it is coming. And we have the Justice card. Thank you, Spirit, on the light. Justice will prevail. Things are gonna balance out. It has been out of balance for a lot of minorities. And you know what? I'm going to put myself in that group of minorities. A psychic medium. Never thought about me that way, did you? Oh yeah, a lot of prejudice against me for what I do. A lot of people don't understand it. Now, of course, a lot of people that do what I do call themselves witches and Wiccan and all kinds of things. And you know that I don't go that direction. I want to bring you guys all to God. You need to come to his feet at the throne. I know it's a hard concept for a lot of you to get, but God, especially Jesus, man, he's my dude. They're for everybody, no matter what your religion is. I'm going to real briefly here, since I am a medium and I talk to Jesus an awful lot, and I talk to your dead family, and they communicate with me. Some of your friends and family who did not believe in God, did not believe in Jesus, at the moment of their death, tell me how surprised they were that Jesus put his hand out and helped them across. Bam. All right, there you have it. You guys, I want you to know I never leave you, that I don't sincerely bless you with love and light. See you soon.